Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy TriniFX here back with another trading recap. Today is Tuesday. We had news, medium folder news today, nothing too crazy. So let's get into the recap. So starting off on the 1 hour time frame here, we could see from yesterday in the afternoon, price just rallied, leaving behind several bullish fair value gaps on the hourly chart. So as market opened, I noticed price traded into this 1 hour bullish fair value gap and could not close inside of the fair value gap. So this is Asia. Um, Midnight open, we rallied, then we dipped back down into this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. So all indications pre-New York indicated to me that price probably wanted to go higher because we had this buy side liquidity. We were above the 50% of the equilibrium. So I was looking to see if we could take this initial buy side. This is a 1 hour fair value gap here. And if we could trade into the lower half of the upper quadrant, this is the 25% level of the dealing range. And then ultimately, we have this buy side liquidity, which looks like we could take that going into tomorrow. So dropping down into my 15-minute time frame, we could take a look to see exactly what transpired New York Open. So before New York, I marked off my 15-minute fair value gaps above and below price. So we had these two above price as price was down here before the market opened, and we still had this hourly fair value gap here. So what I would have liked to see, if you were bearish, price tap into these 15-minute fair value gaps and run lower. If we were bullish, price to tap into this 1 hour and run higher. Price did not do either one of those. So at 9:30, we could see price just rallied off the block. Once price traded above this 15-minute fair value gap, I dropped to my 5-minute chart. I saw it left behind a 5-minute fair value gap here, and also it traded above this upper fair value gap on the 15-minute chart. So I was looking to see what are the next levels of liquidity that price could potentially trade to. We had the buy side here, the hourly, and as I mentioned, the 25% quadrant here, and ultimately the long-term buy side higher up here. So once I saw a 5-minute fair value gap being formed, and once price traded into it, because we could see price traded up here and just touched the old high and began to retrace. But my thought process is after this displacement candle on a 15 and 5-minute chart, I thought, price could trade down and run higher. So once price traded into this 5-minute fair value gap, that's when I dropped to my 1-minute time frame, and we could see price trading higher, began to consolidate a bit before trading into this 5-minute bullish fair value gap. Now on the 1-minute time frame, remember what I said, we have to look at each candle to tell what the story is saying. So this was my first presented fair value gap as market opened here. This was 9:30, so we cannot class this gap as a gap, right? Because overnight trading, we only have this trading here because it's in electronic hours. So you don't count this first gap as soon as 9:30 open. So this will be my next fair value gap. So I marked it off as my first presented fair value gap. And I'm telling you guys, if you have not studied ICT's lecture on first presented fair value gaps, I would recommend you guys going over to his channel and looking at it. This first presented fair value gap holds a great deal of significance. So I was looking for price to trade back into, remember, the 5-minute fair value gap. Price ran up, found some support in this 1-minute fair value gap, and then wicked down into the 5-minute fair value gap, and the first presented fair value gap. And notice how the bodies closed back within this 1 minute bullish fair value gap. So that indicated to me that we were finding support at all levels and price wanted to rally higher. So once price dipped down, closed back into this 1 minute fair value gap, I was looking for a confirmation entry as price closed above this candle here. That's when I went long. I took my entry there. I put my stop right below the wick of this candle. And I was targeting this lower quadrant of the 25% level here because this buy side was a bit close. So I'm telling myself, okay, once price trades higher into this hourly gap, I'll move my stop to break even. So that's what I did as price was trading away. Right before the candle closed, I moved my stop to break even and I let the trade run. So it ran up. We saw a retracement. Price ran higher again and began just to trade slowly up. Once we took out this high here, I moved my stops right below this candle and I could say I got stopped out as price traded back into this 1 minute fair value gap. I got stopped out and that netted me about a 1.5, 1.54 risk to reward. And that was the trade for today. That was good enough for me, guys. I took my win and exited for the day. So guys, that's it for this trading recap. Tomorrow we'll see what price gives us. If you go back to the 1 hour time frame, ultimately I'm looking for this buy side to get taken, and then if we could trade up to the high on the 22nd, we'll see what else price gives us. This ultimately here is all-time highs. So if you found value in this trading recap, share the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.